Hi everyone. If you want to set the tone for your day and be in charge of your schedule versus your schedule controlling you, then let's talk about morning routines. Why are morning routines important? Because some of the most successful people in the world have a morning routine. And with mental health being at the forefront of every conversation, including what we've gone through in this pandemic, taking some time out and about 30 minutes in a day out of your 24 hours for yourself helps you stay in charge, feel in control, and feel like you're easing into your day in a way that is aligned to you. So let's talk about what should you do to prepare for your morning routine. And a lot of times we speak about the morning routine, but what you need to do is actually prepare your evening routines as well, because only if you have, say, gone to bed early, set up your plan for the next day, plan to schedule that 30 minutes when you wake up, can you actually do your morning routine. So start with looking at how you end your day, how you close your day, and then make time to do your morning routine. What should you do in your morning routine? I'm going to share with you a set of practices, and you can choose what works with you, what works for your lifestyle. And you may want to do all of them, you may want to do some of them, but you can create your own routine. It doesn't have to be what anyone else is doing. So make sure to create what is right for you and your lifestyle. And on that note, I welcome you to begin your morning routine and look at all the different practices that you can incorporate into your day. So let's get started with our morning routine, and we begin with the practice of meditation. Why meditation? Because meditation is a powerful tool for mindfulness, for feeling not just calm and peaceful, but it is that time where you take to connect with yourself and the universe. It's your connection time, it's your spiritual time. Now, meditation has many benefits, and I'm not going to be talking about that, but I'm going to talk to you about how you can set up your own meditative practice. You may have tried it before, and if that's the case, I urge you to continue it. But if you have never tried it before and you've never started having a morning routine, I urge you to start with the meditation first, because meditation sets you in the mood to do the remaining steps that come as part of your routine. Now, there are many forms of meditation, and you could dive deep into this practice and choose your meditative practice and what form you're going to choose. But if you're just a beginner, there are two things that I recommend. One is just practice mindfulness. So in mindful meditation, I am not asking you to get rid of all your thoughts. I'm not asking you to focus on your breathing alone. What I'm asking you to just take that moment, sit in silence, and just observe all the thoughts that are coming into your head. Some days those thoughts may be your to-do list or things that you've got to do. Some days it may be thoughts about something that happened in your day or the previous day. And some days it could be just random thoughts. Now, at this point, I do not recommend that you start off by trying to clear your mind and have this blank space. All I want you to do is to be mindful and present fully while you're doing your meditation. Begin with 5 minutes, and then you work it up to as long as you can and you have. Now, often people do about 15 to 20 minutes of practice in the morning and can also do 15 to 20 minutes of practice in the evening. Now, you can choose to break it up if that's your thing. When you begin your meditative practice, I do recommend that you start using a guided meditation app. You can listen to it, or you can have an app that you plug in, and then you follow the guided meditation. But often, because of the effect of meditation, where it soothes you, brings down your anxiety levels and calms you down, you can end up falling asleep. So I always recommend that if that happens to you in the morning, it's fine. So then, can you move your meditative practice to also be done in the night, because it helps you sleep better. And in the morning, if you fall asleep, it's fine. Wake yourself up after you've had those 5-10 minutes, and then continue the next day. Do not stop your meditative practice because you have fallen asleep. Continue it, you'll get better at it, and you'll start to feel more focused. You'll start to feel more present as you practice it, because everything is about practice. Now, this is about meditation, but here are some tools that I will give you to start off with. Number one, when you begin, start using a guided meditation app, because it helps you keep your thoughts focused. Otherwise, at the end of 2 minutes, you may start to think, I've already been doing this for so long, and you may stop and you may want to check the time. But whereas if you set a guided app to go for 10 minutes, then you know you've done your 10 minutes of meditation. The second thing that I want you to do is to set up your space. Plan it. You want to sit in a space where you're going to be least disturbed, or a quiet space. And which is why we say that the morning routine, it's great if you can start it at 5 a.m. in the morning or 6 a.m. in the morning, before the rest of the world has woken up. But if that's not possible, or if that's not you, you don't have to just do the morning routine because only if you wake up at 5 a.m. You can do it at any time that you wake up, but set up your space and let people know that you are not available to be disturbed for those 20-30 minutes that you are following this morning routine for. You can create a space where you can have salt lamps, you can have a candle that you light, you can have a prayer bell, you can use all those spiritual tools. Maybe you can have your crystals where in the place that you're meditating, a comfortable cushion. You create that space so you feel called, so you feel compelled to do your meditative practice, so it feels joyful for you. So you've set up your space and you've set up your guided app, and you begin your meditation practice. I recommend that you begin by thinking about relaxing your body. So you start with relaxing the expression on your face, see where you're holding tension, relax your spine, your neck, your shoulders, your back. Sit comfortably, sit in a position that is comfortable for you, right? You can some people like to lie down, but I recommend sitting. And as you start to relax, close your eyes and relax your body, I want you to start thinking about the things that are going well in your life. What's going well at this point? What are you appreciating? What are you grateful for? So you can do this as part of your meditative practice. Once you've done that, move to the next part where you're visualizing what your life is going to look like. What is this life that you're creating for the next 1 year? What is the kind of life you want to create for the next 2 to 3 years? Because we always overestimate what we can do in 1 year and underestimate what we can do in 2 to 3 years. So envision what you want to create in your life for the next 1 to 2 to 3 years, right? Have that outlook. When you're done visualizing this and seeing this vision of your life, you want to move to the next part, which is visualizing it. What is visualization? It's a powerful tool where you're already visualizing it coming true. Now, visualization became really popular in the 80s when Russian athletes started to use this technique to prepare for the Olympics. What do you do in visualization? You visualize your big goals turning into reality. You are imagining yourself up on the stage. You're imagining yourself going to the bank and withdrawing that money. So you follow the practice of visualization. Once you've done this, the last thing I want you to do before you close your meditation practice is I want you to think about who do you need to be forgiving? Because forgiveness is a huge part of the healing process. And if you really want to grow, if you really want growth in your life, I'm not just talking about material things, I'm talking about growth in the person that you are, the person that you're becoming, in the mindset. You want to think about who is that person that you need to be forgiving. And often that person could be you. So what do you need to forgive yourself for? What do you need to forgive someone else for? And in the early days when you start this practice, start with the smallest thing that annoyed you or somebody who hurt you. And then you can go, if you're not ready yet to forgive the biggest things that have happened to you in your life, you wait, start small, build on that muscle, and then you go into forgiving them. The moment you have chosen to forgive someone, you have actually leveled up a whole different level because you've let go of that which is holding you and you've chosen to move forward. So your meditative practice should involve some of these aspects. Now, in the beginning, you may not remember all of these steps, but start with a guided app and then create your own meditative practice. Meditation is powerful. It is the number one tool that is used for everything from success to building your mindset, to depression, to anxiety, to dealing with anything, any area of your life when you feel challenged. It's not a one-time thing. You can choose to let go, stop meditation sometimes. Often people, after doing it for some time, if it's not something that they feel like they're not able to focus, you don't need to focus. I need you to just observe your thoughts. Then people stop it. But this is a tool you can use for the rest of your life. Come back to this. If you need to think something through, if you need to make a big decision, use meditation as your tool.